Baddies, is your girl Bevy, and today is the battle of the celebrities, okay? I recently did a review of the Cecred hair care line by Beyonce. If you haven't watched that, you can go check it out. That was a very in-depth review. I mean, very in-depth. But here, what I'm going to do is, and it's just something that I did for myself, so I'm gonna do it with you guys, is that I wanted to compare it to another celebrity brand that I really respect, that I really like, and that I think is worth the money, 110%. Now, I personally am not a fan of celebrity brands. I do not really rock with them. I don't mess with them too much. For my own personal reasons, I'll give you a few, mainly because I see most of them as cash grabs, not everybody, right? There are maybe a handful, less than a handful, that really are passionate about something and it's their life's work or it's their heart, they're really into it and then they go for it. But most of them, they got a brand, they got a name, they got a fan base, and they know that anything that they put out, they're gonna make some sales, you know, and they're gonna get in and they're gonna get out, right? When it's no longer viable. So yours truly, I typically lean towards brands that invest in research and development, scientific brands, brands that are created by dermatologists, board certified dermatologists, by trichologists, by hair loss practitioners, people that are really, this is their life's work. They really care about this. This is what they really dedicate themselves to, and they study it, right? So that's where, if I'm gonna put some money or bread into a brand, it's gonna be for those people. Anyway, I'm doing too much talking. We're gonna get right into it. But the celebrity brand that I really respect, that I would personally buy 110% myself, is Pattern Beauty by Tracee Ellis Ross, right? So I really like her brand, not because of Tracee Ellis Ross, again, and I said this in my Beyonce video, Cecred video. I don't do reviews on formulas and products based on the marketing, based on whether I like people or don't like people. I could care less about any of that. What I'm talking about here is product formulations, product pharmacology. Does things work? Does ingredients, are these optimal cocktails? Do they work? Are there any ingredients that are backed by clinical science and data? Does it do what they say it's gonna do, period? Okay, that's what I do. So, you know, I'm not gonna give you a review based on do I like the person or do not like the person. I could care less about that. So anyway, so now with that being said, Tracee Ellis Ross, although I think she's cute and I do love her shows, this is not that. I like what she does because obviously I follow what she does with Pattern Beauty, but there's a lot of research and development. There's a lot that goes into Pattern Beauty, really specific to hair care, and they really take their time with the ingredients. You can tell that they cherry pick ingredients that they know is gonna be effective, specifically for hydration. Like, if I have to think of anything to call this brand, is a hydration brand, okay? It's all about hydration. With that being said, I was curious, like, hey, I did the review on Cecred's Deep Conditioning Mask, and now I want to compare it to my own little study, my own little comparison. And it's not a full study because I didn't use either yet, but I think I'm gonna run out and get both and then kind of give you the part 2 of this, like which one did I actually like based on feeling it, you know, how it makes my hair feel, like the, you know, all of that. So anyway, but right now we're just gonna go solely on ingredients. So I'm not gonna make this video as long as I did the other video. So we're gonna jump right in. So let's start off with Pattern Beauty's transitioning mask. So according to Pattern Beauty, their transition mask is for curlies, coilies, and tight textures. Oh, another comparison besides price is Cecred is all-inclusive for everyone. It's not just for curly hair. It's not just for, you know, people with textured hair. It's for people with straight hair. It's for everyone. This one is more targeting curly, coily, kinky hair, right? Those kind of more textured hair. Their transition mask is for curlies, coilies, and tight textures. The details is that nourish your growing curls with our nutrient dense transition mask infused with white tea to help reduce shedding and manuka honey to help prevent breakage and maintain moisture balance. Our formula is perfect for transitioning out of protective styles or chemically treated strands to nourish the point where your natural and relaxed hair kisses. Oh, that's cute. Are you ditching the relaxer, keratin treatment, or Brazilian straightening to return to your natural hair type? This mask serves as a hair mask to restore curls, help you retain length, and support hair growth, okay? So it was one of few beauty awards, the 2023 and 22, the Essence Best in Black Beauty Award, Oprah Daily Award winner, Elle Future Beauty Award winner, Oprah Beauty Award winner, Women's Health 2022 Healthy Hair Award winner, Health Beauty Award girl, okay? Basically, she is definitely a stud and a stallion in these streets, okay? This is not no run of the mill. The transition mask for $25 is obviously an award winner. Now, obviously with these awards, you have to apply for it and all this other stuff, but regardless, and I don't know all the criteria for why they pick the winners, right? But it's just, obviously it has good accolades for being effective, okay? So suggested use, transitioning, protective style applied generously to dry hair from ends to roots. Let sit on curly hair for 10 to 15 minutes. Rinse and follow up with pattern hydrating shampoo and condition with heavy or intensive conditioner. Then it says if you're relaxed or to natural, after shampoo, section hair apply from ends to roots. Let sit on hair for 5 to 10 minutes. Rinse and condition with pattern heavy or intensive conditioner. Pro tip, use our hydrating mist for applying the transitioning mask for extra nourishment and slip, okay? So the pattern difference: paraben free, SLS free, color safe, silicone free, phthalate free, free, cruelty free. And then they also, pattern products help support organizations and programs that empower women and people of color. So there's philanthropy associated with this brand, okay? Hey baddies, it's your girl Bevy, and I'm interrupting you really quickly because I have to ask this very important question. Why am I not at 100K subscribers yet? Let's keep it a buck. I'm giving you real content. I'm dropping game for free, and I have loads of comments, okay? Loads of comments from my baddies saying that my content has helped them on their path to hair regrowth, okay? Effective hair regrowth. So please, okay, help a sister out. Start liking, okay? Liking these videos to help me in the algorithm. Subscribe to this channel. Share this content with your friends that may or may not be honest about whether or not they need my help, okay? And most importantly, I'm dropping a hair growth serum very, very soon. Please click the link down in the description box, okay? And leave your information so that you can be the first to know. I'm about to turn the hair loss treatment, okay, space upside down on its head because the gatekeepers don't look like me, and I'm about to fix that, okay? I'm looking out for your interests. I'm really helping you because I really care. This is my mission and I need your support. So that's all I had to say, okay? Continue on. So now hold that thought. Let's go over to Cecred, and we're looking at their moisturizing deep conditioner, their hydrating mask. Go. It's $38. Bring dehydrated and dull hair back to life. This ultra rich formula is infused with our African oil blend and shea butter to moisturize, soften, and improve manageability. Details: our ultra rich buttery deep conditioner doesn't just coat hair with the illusion of conditioning and slip. It rehydrates, softens, and improves manageability. 12 moisturizing butters and oils restores suppleness and multi-level moisturization, while our patent pending ferment visibility strengthens. Squalene seals the cuticle. Antioxidant rich hyssop extract supports shine, and hyaluronic acid retains all the magical moisture. Formulated without silicones, SLS, phthalates, parabens, same as the other one. Who's it for? Hair craving deeper moisture, best for curly, coily, and zigzag coiled. They have a fragrance with oud notes, Australian sandalwood, warm musk, night blooming jasmine, Haitian vetiver, and violet leaves. Basically, it smells like a perfume, okay, that you can just go ahead and buy out of Sephora or Bloomingdale's, okay? It smells like a full-on fragrance. It doesn't say here that it supports stuff, but they do have a philanthropy tab, and what they're doing right now is they are providing Cecred plus Be Good, which is also part of Beyonce's foundation, are providing student scholarships each year for 25 people to get $10,000 to go to cosmetology school, okay? So they're giving back as well, right? So there's give back here. So basically, you know, as celebrity brands, this is expected. So, okay, standard. So now let's go to the actual comparison of the hydration mask. So these are the different things that I look at when I do product reviews, specifically with the ingredients. I wanna know the mechanism of action. How does it work? I wanna know the benefits, the features, the safety, the efficacy, right? Is there any ingredients that are clinically proven in the formulation to do what it says it's gonna do? Does it actually work? So now let's go with that. So for pattern, we're gonna go with Pattern's transitioning mask. The mechanism of action is basically that it has humectants like glycerin, and it does have propylene glycol in it to attract and retain moisture. Now, propylene glycol is one of those things in the dermatology world that some people don't care, and some people are like, absolutely not, we don't want propylene glycol in our product. And I could be saying this wrong. Let me just really quickly look it up, because I know one thing, one of the biggest things with propylene glycol is something that is also found in antifreeze, propylene glycol, and it can be an irritant, right? I'm trying to do like a quick, you know, a propylene glycol so you guys can see. Propylene glycol can be harmful at as small as 2%, but deodorants generally contain 50% propylene glycol. Can also cause, and then it's weird because it can also cause hair loss, scalp irritation, itchiness by removing hair's natural oils. It also may damage hair cell structure, making hair look brittle and unhealthy. High amounts of propylene glycol, injecting propylene glycol can lead to rapid heart rate, heart rhythm problems, or low blood pressure. Is it the same as antifreeze? It's a common ingredient found in antifreeze. It's a pure-based product. Antifreeze is a pure-based product that can be made from ethylene or propylene glycol. Most automotive coolants are a mix of water and either ethylene glycol or propylene glycol. So that being said, and let me make this very clear, propylene glycol is in the beauty industry, it's not unique to Pattern, right? It's one of those things that is used in a lot of skincare products, a lot of hair care products. And like I said, there's dermatologists, they're like, look, we're not doing it. Absolutely no propylene glycol. It's an irritant. Over time, it can cause hair loss. I mean, massive amounts can do this, can do that. Why is it still used? Why is it still not removed? It's one of those things, right? And some are just like, it's not that serious, you know, like you're not being injected with a load of it for it to actually cause harm. You know, it's kind of like part of the conversation of aluminum in your deodorant versus no aluminum. So you sit with that, you decide, but I just want to really put it out there. So, but propylene glycol in this situation it does as a humectant, you know, to retain and to attract moisture. It also has film formers in it like cetrimonium chloride, which coats the hair strands to prevent moisture loss. So essentially it's working in different ways to retain moisture in your hair, okay? So it's trying to attract moisture, and it's using humectants to attract moisture and retain moisture, and then it's using a film to lock in moisture, so that way it doesn't not spill out, but it locks in water so that you don't have water loss in your hair. Now let's jump over for the mechanism of action of Beyonce's Cecred for their moisturizing deep conditioning. They have humectants as well, but theirs is propanediol in the form of propanediol, and glycerin, okay? Attract and retain moisture. It has emollients in it like shea butter and olive oil, and it softens and smooths hair, and it also have occlusives. Occlusives are there to like, an occlusive in English is something like petroleum jelly, like Aquaphor. These are like thick, in those cases, they're ointments that also seal in moisture, right? So occlusives, like in her case, hers is not the cetrimonium chloride. In this case, it's muru seed butter, and this creates a barrier to prevent moisture loss. So they do the same thing, but they're different. They use different ingredients to do it. They basically do the same thing, okay? They attract moisture, they lock in moisture, they seal moisture, they provide moisture, okay? Now, the benefit of the Pattern Beauty formula is that it hydrates, detangles, adds shine, and reduces frizz. The benefit of the Cecred formula is that it hydrates, nourishes, softens, strengthens, improves manageability. So essentially the same thing, right? Now the main feature for the Pattern Beauty one is that it contains the botanical extract white tea honey, which is a citric acid, and it's good for balancing pH, right? So that's the main feature of this one. This one is balancing your pH, is creating a conducive environment for your hair to absorb, for your hair to get moist, for your hair to support hair, right? Hair growth. And when I say support hair growth, it's not stimulating hair growth. It's just helping you with length retention. The Cecred one, the features are the natural butters like the shea muru and the hyaluronic acid for additional hydration. So those are the main features. You know, this one Pattern uses white tea honey, and Cecred uses shea muru, which is a natural butter, and hyaluronic acid, okay? As far as safety, I already mentioned it. You know, with Pattern, they have the propylene glycol, it's one of those things that is not considered a toxic chemical. It's not, but for some people it could be. For some people it definitely can be an irritant, and in high extreme doses it could cause some harm, and it may never cause harm at all. It's one of those things, right, that just it's still not considered a toxic chemical, and most of your skincare and current hair care has it, so you know. But it also has other irritants like, you know, isopropyl alcohol. But the reason why a lot of products use isopropyl alcohol, a lot of manufacturers, is because it makes it easier for it to absorb the product, and it just makes it absorb and evaporate faster instead of you just having something just sitting on the head. And it has some colorants. And as far as Cecred's, Beyonce's, really her irritant is the fragrance, right? It's a fragrance. It's legitimately a perfume, like in her hair care, like legitimately. All right, so now the efficacy for hydration, right? So as far as, is it efficacious? Does it really hydrate? These are both hydrating treatments. Do they really hydrate? So for Pattern Beauty, it contains some clinically proven humectants like glycerin and propylene glycol, whether you like it or not, is also clinically proven. But because of the isopropyl alcohol, depending on your hair, depending on you and how it reacts with you, it can counteract. It can definitely counteract, but that's why they have glycerin and propylene glycol. So maybe the combination of those two can definitely mitigate the drying properties of the isopropyl alcohol. Now for Beyonce's, and I'm fighting the urge to say Be Good, but Beyonce's Cecred, it contains it also contains clinically proven humectants like glycerin, the propanediol, which are basically, the propanediol within itself is an emollient, and an emollient is like is a moisturizer for your hair, and it essentially is a moisturizer in this case for your hair, and essentially it allows your hair to be moist. It gets it more moist and more moist over time. Think about using moisturizer on your skin. The more you use it, the more moisturized it is, the more it allows your skin to create its own emollients, because emollients is something that we have within our skin. So that's what it has. Now, again, the clinically proven ingredient is glycerin, and for Pattern and Beyonce also has glycerin, propanediol, and the hyaluronic acid. So she has more clinically proven ingredients. So I said all that to say, you waited at the end because you want to know which one is best, right? Based on ingredients and formulations. Based on ingredients and formulations, honestly, for optimal hydration, I'm gonna have to give it to Beyonce Cecred, her deep moisturizing deep conditioner. Again, this is very unbiased. I'm not a stan. I'm not a part of the beehive. This got nothing to do with who the person is. And between the two people, I actually really like Tracee Ellis Ross. It's just, I'm going based on the formulation, right? Listen, it contains, and why it contains a wide variety of clinically proven humectants and emollients. It doesn't just have humectants, it has emollients. I'm not the biggest fan of a propylene glycol, but I pick and choose the battle, right? Because I'm like, some products, I'll be like, all right, it's one of those things. It's just one of those weird things, right? It basically, I like the occlusive that they use better. I like the Mudu Mudu butter because it's not just creating a film that's gonna make your hair feel kind of like sticky and waxy, but it's an occlusive that's also moisturizing and providing nourishment as well. So it has two functions. And it doesn't have it doesn't have the isopropyl alcohol. It doesn't have that. Again, whether you like it or not, in some people it can actually really dry their hair. Again, it may or may not. Like, you know, like a lot of your products, your favorites have isopropyl alcohol. But I'm just saying between these two, I'm gonna have to go with the Cecred Deep Moisturizing Mask, whatever it's called. So that's the winner. Ding, 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 ding. Tell me if you like these. If you want me to do more comparisons and contrast, if you want me to do more, which one would I buy? But I really like Pattern, so you know. I like Pattern, but Beyonce is definitely, she's taking the belt home with this one. So yeah, tell me if you like these videos. Please drop down some products and some whatevers that you want me to compare and contrast. I did this before with the supplement Wellbell and Nutrafol. So you guys just keep sending me stuff to talk about, because sometimes I just get tired of hearing myself speak. So I need something different to talk about. Anyway, thanks baddies. Love you. Bye.